As Ukraine runs desperately short on ammunition, small killing machines buzz across the battlefield, hunting down the enemy and decimating its tanks. FPV drones are our sword, our strike force, against Russia's advance. Special ops warrior Arsenal, the commander of Kyiv's attack drone operations, Ukraine has become increasingly reliant on first-person view FPV drones, nimble, target-seeking kamikaze unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Since early 2023, the cheap explosive flying machines have turned into one of Kyiv's biggest success stories on the battlefield, forcing Moscow's forces to catch up. "This is undeniable," said Arsenal, who goes by his call sign for security reasons. The senior officer is head of FPV drones at the State Transport Special Service, a specialized military unit attached to Ukraine's Ministry of Defense. With the 600-mile front frozen in hellish trench warfare, Arsenal said the conflict is moving into a technological war, and developing attack drones is key to this. The quadcopters cost around £300, are largely made from off-the-shelf pieces of kit, and are now often assembled into precision weapons by civilians in their homes. Some are fitted with grenades or home-built bombs. Others are used for reconnaissance missions to identify enemy positions and guide artillery fire. "I used to shoot such cinematic videos with the help of FPV drones before the war," Ukrainian filmmaker Anton Tushkin posted on X last November. "Now we use FPV to defend our land." The attack UAVs have come to define the conflict, helped by constant streams of footage filmed on board as they tail troops, blast Russian positions, or smash into tanks with ruthless precision. Arsenal revealed that the killer drones now successfully blitz Putin's targets in 3 out of 5 operations. He said, "FPV drones are extremely important in this war. Absolutely every drone, even the ones that fall under the influence of Russian electronic jamming, save lives. If Mavic, surveillance drones are our eyes, for the adjustment of artillery fire, withdrawal of groups to positions, reconnaissance, then FPV drones are our sword, our strike force. Over 2/3 of Russian tanks destroyed by Ukraine in recent months have been taken out using FPV drones," a NATO official told Foreign Policy. Their long-range capabilities also save countless lives, as the drone operator can be stationed away from the front line. "They make it safe for the pilots," Arsenal said. "If earlier the grenade launcher had to be in the direct line of sight of the tank in order to hit it, risking his life, now this shot with the same RPG projectile is carried out from a distance of 315 km. When asked about this most successful design characteristic, Arsenal proudly said, "There are many of them," before adding, "But unfortunately, I can't comment on this for security reasons." They're also being constantly adapted and upgraded as Ukraine's military learns from each new battle. Last week, Kyiv announced it was building a new fleet of so-called unstoppable AI-powered FPVs designed to hunt down and strike targets on their own, while being less susceptible to Russian interception or jamming. While Ukraine is certainly not far behind Russia in terms of drone warfare, Arsenal said, "We lag behind in the number of drones and in their intensity." But Ukraine's MOD has a ruthless determination to change that. When Ukraine's new commander-in-chief, General Syrsky, was appointed in February, he warned that the only way to defeat Russia would be to achieve a technological edge. Setting a new battle agenda, he argued that mastering drone warfare and developing more sophisticated weapons would allow Kyiv to seize the strategic initiative from a better-equipped and larger foe. In 2023, Ukraine's goal was to procure 200,000 drones. For 2024, Zelensky vowed they would build 1 million themselves. Between January and February this year, officials revealed FPV production already totaled 200,000. Ukraine is also counting on key allies to send them more expensive high-tech drones, but deliveries are not anywhere near the sufficient scale needed. In March, the UK announced they will supply Kyiv with 10,000 drones, 1,000 of which are FPVs, throughout 2024. Despite targets and promises, deliveries are slow. But does Ukraine have enough homegrown FPVs to make up for it? One of Kyiv's top military commanders said the lack of Western-supplied weaponry had gone from bad to horrible, as frontline units were increasingly having to source their own donated UAVs. Lieutenant Keel Pavlo Kurilenko told The Telegraph. The only thing preventing Russia's breakthrough on all fronts is FPV drones, 90% of which are being provided by volunteers or military divisions themselves. Far behind enemy lines, an army of volunteers have been quietly assembling drones in their kitchens, sheds, and bedrooms. Do you want to build an FPV drone with your own hands that will burn a Russian tank?